City for Development-focused NGO Savana Signatures has convened a high-level stakeholder engagement aimed at strengthening collective efforts in the fight against substance abuse in northern Ghana. Held at the organization's headquarters in Gumani, Tamale, the event was themed From Awareness to Action, Strengthening Multi-Stakeholder Solution for a Substance-Free Northern Ghana.
Engagements brought together key actors from the Ghana Health Service, Ghana Education Service, Narcotics Control Commission, law enforcement agencies, media, civil society organizations, traditional and religious leaders, and youth groups. The objective was to foster a unified and community-based response to the growing substance abuse crisis, often described as silent epidemic, affecting teenagers and young adults across the region. According to Savana Signatures, insights from its ongoing youth-centered campaign, Get High on the Good Life, revealed alarming levels of concern from teachers, students and parents about the widespread use of tramadol, cannabis, and other narcotics by adolescents. Executive Director of Savana Signatures, Stephen Agbenyo, called on the media to step up pressure on governments, especially in advocating for reforms that will address the porous nature of Ghana's borders, which he said continues to fuel the inflow of illegal substances.
We've been oriented on the health implications, or rather reminded of the health implications, also the nexus between violent extremism and drug abuse. But for me, fundamentally, and our revered chief spoke about the BBC documentary, it exposes how porous our borders are. How do these come in such that we are not able to protect them at the ports? It reminds us, for the media, to also raise these questions and get answers, and possibly push for reforms if there needs to, so our borders are well protected, that we do not have all of these things all the way from India, passing through and ending up here in Tamale. Parental responsibility is crucial, and this is something we cannot belabor.
The paramount chief of the Sanargo traditional area and former ambassador to Senegal, now Ambassador Yakubu Abdullahi, criticized state institutions for their lackluster approach to combating the illegal drug trade in the region.
With the outrage in Tamale and around, leading to the formation of task forces, the state remained silent when it should have taken advantage for intelligence and active participation of these youths and traditional areas to fight the phenomenon. In some cases, the state institutions even seemed to be opposing the fight that had been taken up by civilians. The public is ready, the communities are ready to provide intelligence on the traffickers, on traders, on depots, on consumers to relevant authorities and assist in operations aimed at curbing the menace that faces our country. The BBC documentary not too long ago raised so many questions. At least in our circles, I expected that if our views did not influence the state, I thought the BBC, we consume everything that we import everything that we consume. And I thought that consuming the imported information that has been in our very eyes for so many years, the state would wake up. But I was terribly disappointed. Recent statements by public officials and stakeholder engagements, including by the regional security apparatuses, gives me hope that the state is finally waking up. Yes, it's no longer time for speeches and information seminars, but action, as our MC remarked at the beginning of the system. The disaster being unrolled on us is a display of the failure of our institutions that permit the entry of these drugs, their transportation from our borders, the custody and distribution of these substances in our region and country at large.